Did you know that most people spend a significant amount of time feeling hurt or offended by the actions or words of others? We carry the weight of these perceived slights, allowing them to impact our mood, our relationships, and even our sense of self-worth. But what if we could release ourselves from this burden? What if we could choose to see these situations differently? To understand that another person's behavior often stems from their own internal struggles, rather than being a reflection of our own worth. This is the power of not taking things personally. Our ego, that inner voice that craves validation and fears rejection, plays a significant role in our tendency to personalize. When someone criticizes us, our ego interprets it as a threat to our sense of self. We may feel the need to defend ourselves, to prove our worth, or to withdraw from the situation entirely. This reaction is often rooted in past experiences, insecurities, or a lack of self-love. We may have been conditioned to believe that our value is contingent upon the approval of others, making us hypersensitive to any perceived negativity. One of the most liberating realizations we can have is that other people's actions are often a reflection of their own internal state, rather than an objective assessment of us. When someone is rude, angry, or critical, it's often because they are struggling with their own insecurities, fears, or unresolved issues. Their behavior is a projection of their own internal turmoil, not a statement about our worth as individuals. By understanding this, we can begin to detach from the need to take their actions personally. Emotional detachment is often misunderstood, but it can be a powerful tool for personal growth and well-being. Choosing not to take things personally is not about becoming indifferent or emotionless. Instead, it's about creating a healthy boundary that allows us to navigate our emotions more effectively. It's about developing a sense of emotional detachment, a space between our experiences and our reactions to them. This space gives us the clarity to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This detachment allows us to reduce stress and anxiety. When we don't take things personally, we free ourselves from the burden of carrying other people's emotional baggage. It helps us maintain our peace of mind and emotional balance. Improve relationships. By not taking offense easily, we create space for open communication and understanding in our interactions. This fosters deeper connections and mutual respect. Boost self-esteem. When our self-worth is not contingent on the opinions of others, we develop a stronger sense of inner confidence. This inner strength empowers us to pursue our goals without fear of judgment. And increased resilience. Emotional detachment allows us to bounce back from challenges more quickly, without dwelling on negativity. It equips us with the mental fortitude to face life's ups and downs with grace and determination. By embracing emotional detachment, we can lead a more balanced, fulfilling life. Transforming our relationship with criticism and negativity requires conscious effort and practice. Here are some strategies to cultivate emotional detachment. Challenge your assumptions. When you find yourself feeling hurt or offended, pause and examine the situation objectively. Is there another way to interpret the situation? Practice empathy. Try to understand the other person's perspective. What might they be going through that could be influencing their behavior? Set healthy boundaries. Learn to say no to requests or situations that drain your energy or compromise your well-being. Focus on your own growth. Invest in your own personal development. Pursue your passions and surround yourself with positive influences. Sarah's transformation from reactive to resilient. Sarah, a talented graphic designer, used to be easily discouraged by criticism. She would often find herself overwhelmed by the pressure to meet every client's expectations perfectly. A single negative comment from a client could send her into a spiral of self-doubt, impacting her confidence and creativity. She would spend hours ruminating over what went wrong, questioning her abilities and worth. However, as she began to practice emotional detachment, she realized that the client's feedback was often more about their own preferences and expectations than a reflection of her skills. She started to see feedback as a tool for growth rather than a personal attack. She learned to detach from the need for constant approval and to focus on delivering her best work, regardless of external validation. This shift in mindset allowed her to approach her projects with a renewed sense of purpose and passion. As a result, her confidence soared, her creativity flourished, and she became known for her ability to handle challenging clients with grace and professionalism. Sarah's journey from being reactive to becoming resilient not only transformed her career, but also her outlook on life. She now embraces challenges as opportunities to grow and improve, making her a stronger and more effective designer. John, a high school teacher, often took his students' lack of engagement personally. He would spend countless hours preparing lesson plans, hoping to spark interest and enthusiasm in his students. He poured his heart into his lessons, but felt disheartened when some students seemed indifferent or disruptive. The lack of response from his students made him question his effectiveness and passion for teaching. He started to question his abilities as a teacher, leading to frustration and burnout. The constant struggle to engage his students took a toll on his mental and emotional well-being. However, when John shifted his perspective, he realized that his students' behavior stemmed from their own unique challenges and circumstances, rather than being a reflection of his teaching. He began to understand that each student had their own battles, which often influenced their behavior in the classroom. He learned to detach from the need for constant validation and to focus on creating a supportive and engaging learning environment for all his students. By doing so, he was able to foster a more inclusive and understanding atmosphere. This shift in mindset not only reignited his passion for teaching, but also fostered a more positive and productive classroom dynamic. John found joy in seeing his students grow and succeed, knowing that he played a part in their journey. Embracing self-worth allowed him to become a more effective and compassionate teacher, ultimately benefiting both him and his students.
Know you've been a good friend.
The benefits of not taking things personally extend far beyond our own emotional well-being. When we release the need to be right, to defend ourselves, or to control the actions of others, we create space for more authentic and meaningful connections. We become more approachable, more understanding, and more compassionate in our interactions. This shift in energy can transform our relationships with our loved ones, our colleagues, and even strangers we encounter in our daily lives. By choosing to see the best in others even when they are struggling, we contribute to a more positive and harmonious world. Remember, you always have a choice in how you respond to any situation. You can choose to react with anger, hurt, or defensiveness, or you can choose to respond with calmness, understanding, and compassion. This choice is your power. By choosing not to take things personally, you reclaim your emotional sovereignty and step into a place of greater peace, resilience, and inner freedom. The journey of learning to not take things personally is an ongoing process, not a destination. There will be times when old patterns resurface, when you feel triggered, or when you struggle to detach from the opinions of others. Be kind to yourself during these moments. Acknowledge your feelings, but don't allow them to control you. Remember that every experience, every challenge, and every interaction offers an opportunity for growth, learning, and deepening your practice of emotional detachment. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, the ability to not take things personally is a superpower. It's a choice to prioritize your own peace, to protect your energy, and to focus on what truly matters. By embracing this mindset, you step into a life of greater freedom, joy, and fulfillment. You free yourself from the weight of other people's opinions and reclaim your power to choose happiness, no matter the circumstances.